It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we'll see Raheem Mostert, who's up to 1,100 yards rushing on the year and counting.
It's the Desperados and the River Hogs.
And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football,
the veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go here on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And they're led by their quarterback from the University of Pittsburgh. It's Kenny Pickett.
and after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. He's going to keep it himself. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, Pickett. And that one incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They go zone read here on 3rd and short. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Lutz's kick is good. And the River Hogs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And leading him out at quarterback, man who played his college ball at Stanford, it is Davis Mills.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now a run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run it here with Mostert. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The River Hogs offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. From the gun is Pickett. Catch made there by Waddle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now, Pickett. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
The Desperados offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Mills. He connects downfield to Dawson. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's enough for a 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And he will get into the end zone. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Desperados. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The River Hogs offense and Kenny Pickett getting set for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw, Pickett. A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. 11 yards on the pass there. And that will be a first down. On the play fake, it's Pickett. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
A second down throw for Pickett. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down. Pickett. He'll try to run for it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Desperados offense and Raheem Mostert heading onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mills. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He's across midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mills to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground. We are through one. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Mills. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. and he'll be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They send him right out of the slot. They run on the jet sweep. A second effort, and he is in. LaVisca Chenault. Touchdown, Desperados. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Folks' extra point is good. And the Desperados extend their advantage to 14-3. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The River Hogs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. On 1st and 10, here's Pickett. To the sideline. He's got more. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Pickett. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Pickett now on play action. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On the give, it's Robinson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Another run here for Robinson. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Moore going in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. A handoff running left. It is Mostert.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now Mills. This one taken in by Chenault. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Mills now. He'll find Mostert out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Here's a 3rd and 10. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. He fumbled the football. The defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8. Pickett to throw. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And this will be incomplete.
pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to be taken down. To throw is Pickett. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. To the pylon, he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, River Hogs. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the River Hogs are back within 4. It is 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Desperados offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran, who did some damage in that first half. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Here comes a return from the 5. Whoa. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Desperados offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Mills. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. Oh, he gets it right back. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Davis to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the bootleg, it's Pickett. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. 3rd and 6. From the gun is Pickett. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Dotson, the man in motion. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. In motion, Lamb. Throwing is Mills. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the carry, here's Mostert. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Dotson, the man in motion. Mills to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The Desperados out and ready to punt it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 7. Throwing Pickett. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll run with Robinson. The River Hogs bring out their punting squad, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. To throw is Mills. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Desperados out and ready to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw is Pickett. That one taken in by London. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Pickett.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
It'll be a pickup of 10, and that will be a first down. They run over center with Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. To throw, Pickett. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Pickett to throw. And he's in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, River Hogs. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and good. And the River Hogs move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And it'll They'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mills. This one taken in by Chanel. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Here's Pierce. Oh, yeah. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 1st and 10. Mills now. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Here's Mills. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3 and that's a first down. Pickett to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Moore. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A 2nd down throw for Pickett. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the River Hogs will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Returning is Igbenogany. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Throwing is Mills. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Mills. This one is caught by Dotson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. Here's first down. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. Catch made there by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing on second down. Pickett. He's going to run it. And he's going to be taken down. And that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This fielded at about the 9. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Mills. He's going to keep it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. Now, faking the give. He connects downfield to Dotson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A run out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be taken down. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Mills to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the squad. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.